and welcome to Sarah's Stamping Retreat. Today we're going to be using the Words of Cheer stamp set and the coordinating dies to create a centre stepper card. So on the stamp set you've got this big floral which we'll be using today. We'll be using these little holly leaves as well, and you've got lots of different sentiments and things. In the die set you've got this cheer, which this cheer can fit in, but obviously they can both be used separately as well. And you've got the same with the happy, you've got two separate happies but they can layer as well. This cuts out this. You've got some little, like you could use them as stars or little flowers. You've got these little bits of foliage, and this cuts out this. So I'm going to start by creating the centre stepper card blank. So I've got a 5" by 10" piece of cardstock, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this at 1" here, and then I'm going to take my cutting blade from the 1" mark here to the 9" mark there. So I'm stopping an inch short of each end. So I've got this slit, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I'm going to pop this in at 1", and then I'm going to take this to 1" here, just on. So the 1" here is on this kind of ruler bit here. So I'm just going to take that to 9" again. And this paper trimmer is really good for this because you can cut nice accurate lines. But if you don't have a trimmer like this, then you could always use like a ruler and a knife, like a Stanley knife or something, a craft knife. But I do really like this scoreboard. So then I'm going to pop this in, so it's 1" this side, and then I'm going to score over to 1", and I'm going to lift this up, and I'm going to score from 4" to 5". So I'm just scoring at either end of these slits. I'm just doing the same either end, and then I also want to score right across in the middle, so I'll put it in at 5". And I'll score right across the middle. And the other thing I want to do is just put this in at 2", and I'm going to again score from 0 to 1", and from 4" to 5". So you've got 2 stacked score lines there at 1 and 2". And I'm going to do that on both ends. So I'm going to put it in at 2". And I'm going to score an inch either side. Then what I want to do with this is just fold it in half, and then I'm going to fold this piece down, and this piece up, so you've got a little valley fold in there. And I'm going to do that at the back as well, and then also at the other side. So then you have this centre stepper card shape. So then I've got a 4 3/4" square of basic white cardstock. I just want to cut that to fit my card blank. So what I'm going to do is put this in at 3/4 inch, and I'm going to cut across an inch at each end. So we end at 4 3/4, so I'm going to cut it to 3 3/4 there, and then I'm just going to take it across, and then I'm going to score, and then I'm going to cut to 1" there. So then I'm going to pop this in at 1", and I'm going to cut it down until I get to 3/4 inch. And that'll cut off that piece there. So I'm going to do that the same on the other side. And I put that in at 1", and I'm going to cut it down to 3/4 inch. So then these pieces that I've cut off I'm going to use as well. And I'm going to cut those down to 2 3/4 inches by 3/4 inch. And the same with the other one. 3/4 inch 2 3/4 inches. So you'll see that that just fits that perfectly there, and then these pieces will slot on these sides. So then I'm going to take another piece of basic white cardstock, and I'm going to take Evening Evergreen ink. I'm going to take the large floral stamp, and I'm just going to print it on here. Then I'm going to take my Real Red, my Evening Evergreen Duro blends, and my Ivory blend, and I'm going to colour this in. So I'm going to use the ivory for some of these berries. So now that that's coloured, I'm just going to use this die to cut it out. So then I'm just going to cut Happy out in Real Red cardstock. Then I'm going to stamp Christmas onto here. I'm going to do that in the Evening Evergreen ink again. And then I'm also going to use these holly leaves just to decorate these 2 panels that are going to go up the sides. Then I'll just quickly colour these with my Evening Evergreen blends. So I'm going to start gluing this together. These panels go just here down the sides. And glue on my Happy. And then I'm going to use some of the bit from around the outside just to put of my dimensionals just to put the Christmas on. So I'm going to use those on the back of there. You'll see they're just a nice size to go on there. So I'll put that down there. And then I'm going to put some more dimensionals on the back of here. I'm going to pop that there. Now I'm going to use some of these metallic pearls. You get gold and silver in the pack of these, but I'm going to use the gold. And I'm just going to pop one of those in the centre of each of our poinsettias. So that stands up like that. It looks like that, so it's a really cute kind of special Christmas card. So I really hope you liked today's project. If you did, I'd appreciate you clicking like below, and you can also press subscribe if you'd like to see future projects. If you press the bell button and select all, then YouTube will also notify you when I've got a new video available. All of the projects that we've used for today's card are listed in the description below, and there's also a host code there. So if you pop the host code into your basket before you check out, then I'll send you a free gift after the end of the month. Thank you for today. I hope to see you again soon.